The new hero coming to Hero Wars Dominion Era has been fully revealed. It's Cascade. We kind of knew it was Cascade. This is Cascade. And in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about why I'm going to level up Cascade, but I am not going to level up Lars and Krista.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and if you like efficiency, if you like leveling only the heroes that matter, then you've come to the right place. I want to talk about Cascade, and I want to talk about what heroes that you should level. We don't have the damage numbers yet about what any of these abilities do, but we can kind of get a feel for what they're going to be doing. I do know that on the 15th, September 15th, is when the pre-order is going to go live, so we'll have a opportunity to get Cascade and level him up in-game in just like 4 days from now. Now, a few days ago, back on September 8th, we had this post about Krista getting stronger, talking about the new Ascension abilities, modifying the watermarks, modifying her ice block, giving her an additional skin. Her new skin is probably going to be the grand prize of the Sears game that's going to go live at the end of Area of Conquest, just like Chaba's new skin was the Sears game grand prize. If I had to bet, that's going to be when I think that skin is going to be. The Krista update goes into effect, I think tonight, like later on this evening. It says on September 12th, Krista will receive a boost. Yeah, so in like 9 hours or so, like 12 hours from recording of this video, Krista's update is going to go into effect. But like I said, Cascade is not going to be available to level up and play until the 15th. Now, Magic Attack, Magic Penetration Book, Magic Attack Artifact Weapon. When it comes to Lars and Krista and what people are initially going to think, it's all about that blue ability, and of course the green ability, Tidal Wave. When he uses Tidal Wave, he's going to rush through all of the enemies, and the blue ability is going to make it so that they're going to suffer additional magic damage when they have a watermark. So everybody's going to think Lars and Krista, Lars and Krista, Lars and Krista. I'm not, because Lars and Krista are not efficient heroes to level up. Neither Lars nor Krista are in any of the top 5 City of Asgard Osh teams. Neither Lars nor Krista are in the top 5 Maestro teams that the top ranked players are using. So to me, unless you just absolutely love Lars and Krista, they're not going to be leveled. They're not worth leveling. They're just inefficient. They're good on offense. There's a lot of teams that are really good on offense. So to me, it's just, you know, why even bother? So what I'm going to do with Cascade, I'm going to take Cascade and throw Cascade into my Amira, Nebula, Heidi teams. I'm going to use Cascade in my Iris, Dorian, Heidi teams. I'm going to use Cascade in Mage teams that are looking for a way to do more damage and also counter Resurrection of Rufus. So the ultimate ability, Hydrokinesis here, summons a downpour that deals magic damage every second for 6 seconds, and those enemies receive less healing and cannot be revived. So it's a revive block and a healing block. Celeste has a healing block, which is very successful. A big problem with Amira teams is they don't quite have sustained damage. They have big damage hits, but they don't have the sustained damage. This will cause the enemies to receive less healing from Oliver, from Martha, from Dorian, from, you know, whoever, and block revive. So you don't need to use Rufus. I'm sorry, you don't need to use Morgan. You don't have to level up Morgan for your magic damage team. If you use Morgan elsewhere, you can use Cascade also. Of course, Jet has a similar function, blocking revives. Jet blocks revives of Astaroth and Rufus as well. But Jet is more like a dodge damage, you know, bonus physical attack hero. So I don't think that leveling Jet for mage teams is the play either, to be honest with you. This hero stands in the middle line, so it's going to be really interesting to see where exactly he is going to stand. And just as kind of an idea of how I'm going to be using Cascade, I'm going to be using Cascade in place of Sebastian and Nebula whenever I have to use those heroes elsewhere. So whenever I'm looking at, you know, like a Clash of Worlds attack, if I am going up against like your basic Ishmael teams, I bet, yeah. So a lot of the basic Ishmael Lyria teams, this is just going to auto lose to Amira, Nebula, Heidi. Now, I could use Sebastian here if there was a control hero. Kira does silence, so that is something. But if there was a control hero, then my Amira, Nebula, Heidi team would also need Sebastian in there. Probably just going to rely on Chorus, if I'm going to be honest with you. Chorus blocks silences occasionally. Kira is the only hero that does control, so I won't need it in this situation, but I might need it. You understand what I'm saying? So since I don't need it here, I might use Cascade in that Amira Nebula Heidi team. Of course, where does Cascade stand in relation to Nebula and Heidi and all of that? You know, we'll figure that out whenever it goes live. But taking another look at the hero skills here, you have blocked healing, you have blocked revive, you have bonus damage to bonus magic damage from intelligence-based heroes. But the secret super useful thing that I think Cascade is going to allow is Elemental Surge is a way to counter dodge teams in a way that you're not even thinking about. Okay, so one of the primary reasons why Dante is so good as a tank, right? As a tank, any hero that's in the first position, they take a lot of hits, okay? Every round of basic attacks, basic auto attacks that your heroes do, you're attacking that frontline hero, okay? Physical attacking heroes are also using their physical skills, but your basic auto attack is physical damage for all but 3 heroes. That is Celeste, Satori, and Augustus. And Augustus makes all mage allies convert to pure damage eventually, but for the most part, it's just those 3 heroes. And that is interesting as a counter to Dante because without using Lyria, because it will allow you to do magic damage. All of your mages will do their basic attacks will do magic damage versus this team instead. Now, just to highlight exactly what I'm talking about here, the team on the left attacking the team on the right, you have a bunch of mages. Satori and Celeste both do magic damage for their basic auto attacks, not physical damage. So you don't really have the bonus dodge that Dante usually gets in situations like this. So I'm able to defeat the Dante, Orion, Augustus team without using Lyria, without using Sebastian, without using Isaac. And while I'm probably going to lose here, actually, I'm getting really close. Nah, I'm going to be fine. Dorian, Heidi, I'm going to be fine. There we go. So to me personally, again, I think Cascade is going to enable a lot of great teams. The one thing that I don't quite know just yet is, will watermarks be able to be applied to Osh and Maestro, the City of Asgard bosses? If watermarks can be applied and these abilities do work, the bonus damage to enemies with watermarks, and then Krista's modified, bonus healing to enemies with watermarks. If watermarks and their effects can apply to bosses like Osh and Maestro, then we'll probably have to reconsider Krista and Lars for those teams. I don't think that's going to be the case because it doesn't usually, but maybe it does. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But as of right now, I'm leveling Cascade for not Lars and Krista teams. That's my plan. That is my plan. I would recommend taking your time thinking about it before you pre-ordered. We don't really know exactly what the Cascade event is going to look like as far as if you can get them to 6 stars without pre-ordering, but generally you can. If it's a Lara Croft style event, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but if it's like a Lyria Goose style event, then it's going to be a lot easier. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of Cascade. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.